You're in a crowd of tens of thousands of other fans. The band begins playing your favorite song. Everybody screams. You will never forget this moment. There are tens of thousands of other fans in the throng with you. Your preferred song is played by the band to begin. Everyone lets out a yell. This is a moment you will never, ever forget. Attending a live performance by an artist you love may be an amazing experience. However, getting to that point has turned into a nightmare, as you now have to navigate an obstacle course in order to obtain tickets that won't totally bankrupt you. When tickets for a popular performance go on sale, chaos ensues. When attempting to purchase tickets, you may encounter difficulties and have to wait in a virtual queue for hours in order to obtain any accessible seats. Then, it appears that too many bots were attempting to access the ticketing website, causing the entire site to collapse. Tickets are already far more expensive on resale sites than you were willing to spend. However, you finally get to see them up close after years of waiting, so you pay the price. That might equate to hundreds or possibly thousands of dollars in 2024 for the finest seats available. As of last year, the finest tickets for Taylor Swift's Eras Tour could be purchased for up to $200,000 on resale websites, which is enough money to cover the cost of a 4-year private college without financial assistance. It makes sense why music lovers are frustrated and incensed. Naturally, things aren't made any better by the fact that the largest ticketing provider and music promoter is a single enormous firm with extensive power over the buying and selling of tickets. The Department of Justice intends to bring an antitrust action against Live Nation, the corporation that controls Ticketmaster, alleging that it maintains a monopoly via the use of exclusive ticketing arrangements, among other things. While it's simple to point the finger at a single person for the mayhem and expenses, the truth is that a number of complex factors have contributed to the current situation with regard to big concert ticket availability, making it difficult to meet the high demand. A performance by Taylor Swift, Beyoncé, or Harry Styles is desired by millions of fans, but there are only so many venues and tickets available. The truth is that even before any scalper upcharge is applied, the cost of concert tickets has been rising significantly, even on the main market, which is the website where tickets are initially purchased, such as Ticketmaster. Pollstar, a trade newspaper for live music, reports that the average ticket cost for the top 100 music tours in 2018 was $122.84. It was $91.86 in 2019, a significant increase above inflation. In 2000, that amount was $40.74. The average cost was even higher for the top 10 grossing tours in 2023, coming in at $152.97. The core of the issue is demand, even though there are several variables contributing to this price increase, such as exorbitant fees that, according to a 2018 Government Accountability Office analysis, account for an average of 27% of the entire cost of the ticket. Fans from all around the world are lining up to see the concerts of a select few of the most well-known performers. According to Live Nation, the number of attendees at its performances increased to 145 million in 2023 from 98 million in 2019. With ticket sales up from this time last year in the first quarter of 2024, the trend doesn't seem to be slowing down. Increasing the number of tickets available to fans is a major action that promoters and artists could take. A sizable portion of a venue's capacity is frequently reserved for pre-sales, to which only a select few individuals may even be granted access. VIP attendees, managers and agents in the music business, corporate sponsors, members of the media, and so forth. According to a 2018 Government Accountability Office investigation, pre-sales accounted for 10 to 30% of tickets sold at large events as opposed to general sales. For big-name acts at large venues, that percentage may reach 65%. A 2009 investigation by Nashville's News Channel 5 discovered that out of a 13,330-person arena, only 1,591 tickets for a Taylor Swift performance were available for public purchase, following pre-sales and other holds. Live Nation even acknowledged in 2019 that by placing tickets straight on resale platforms, it prevented tens of thousands of tickets for a Metallica tour from being sold for face value. Economist Pascal Cordy of the University of Victoria argues that a major problem is a lack of transparency. He tells Vox that the public rarely knows how many tickets are actually sold. Although the demand for pop singers is undoubtedly enormous, the practice of keeping so many tickets off the general public, hiding them behind credit cards for example, certainly doesn't help. Elizabeth Allum, 27, flew from Seattle to Las Vegas and Los Angeles for several $1,000s to see the K-pop group BTS. She is not alone in traveling to see a favorite act. A StubHub report from last year indicated that the number of US-based customers purchasing tickets to international events on the platform would increase by 80% by 2023. She understood that the band's mandatory military service in South Korea was running out, even if the journey and tickets were expensive. However, the primary cost involved purchasing resale tickets to view them across several days, $2,200 in Vegas and $1,600 in Los Angeles, even though the flights and accommodations were several $100s each. The largest problem that fans are currently facing may be the ticket resale market, where excessive demand meets hoarded supply. Purchasing a ticket for a large concert these days requires planning. You must, at the very least, have the ticketing website open on your laptop and phone and set up as a calendar alert. For the most popular performances, this may mean registering for the sale in advance. For example, Ticketmaster's verified fan system requires consumers to register with a phone number and email address before to the sale starting. After then, the business uses algorithms and unique data analysis to distinguish between human beings and bots. However, proving your humanity does not ensure that you will be able to purchase tickets. Verified fans are put in a lottery for the top concerts, and only those who make it through get an access code for the sale. Everyone else is put on a wait list. With the intention of discouraging professional resellers, or the networks of scalpers who buy up tickets with the intention of reselling them for a profit, Ticketmaster has put all these obstacles in the way of a purchase. There are certain indicators, but Ticketmaster keeps the exact criteria it uses under wraps to verify that an individual isn't a professional reseller. It seems like you have a better chance of getting selected if you have seen the artist before, says Jason Kobler, co-founder of 404 Media, a tech website that has published in-depth articles about ticket scalping. Your chances of getting into the performance in the city you're hoping to see are higher if both your credit card and your registered address with Ticketmaster are close to that city. Your odds are better if your Ticketmaster account is older. The issue is that driven experts are still able to overcome these obstacles. According to Kobler, there exists a whole illegal market these days where people sell Ticketmaster accounts, even ones that have been aged to appear more authentic. Disgruntled fans frequently refer to ticket brokering as scalping, yet it's a well-established, professionalized industry. You know, during gladiator bouts in the Colosseum in ancient Rome, scalpers would peddle tickets for the prime seats. They even organize conferences and advocate for laws that benefit them. While the average reseller may not possess the capital to purchase numerous Ticketmaster accounts, Kobler refers to industrial-scale resellers as having the means to do so. Let's say I want to see Taylor Swift in LA, he explains. As a normal fan, I enter the lottery one time with my one Ticketmaster account. Then you have a ticket broker who enters the verified fan lottery 20,000 times with 20,000 Ticketmaster accounts. Practically every technique of purchasing popular concert tickets is characterized by the same disparity in resources and dedication. A pre-sale made available through a credit card reward scheme? Serious brokers will have every card with these kinds of entertainment benefits, not just one, as a fan might. A private event reserved for the official fan club of an artist? It's easy for scalpers to join and pay the membership cost. Additionally, scalpers can purchase pre-sale access credentials online without having to register using a credit card. Although Ticketmaster has made an effort to curb the use of bots, sophisticated resellers' software is still developing. Scalpers spend a lot of money on specialized technologies that speed up their transactions and enable them to purchase more tickets than a single, inefficient person could. Examples of these tools are web browser subscriptions that treat each tab as a separate user in a virtual queue. Artists can attempt to do more shows. They carry piles of credit cards and burner phones. Encountering these resellers is an ongoing game of cat and mouse. Using bots to resell tickets is prohibited, even if ticket resale is lawful in most jurisdictions with price caps. However, there hasn't been any enforcement against the resellers who utilize them. This indicates that efforts to target scalpers have actually made it far more difficult for everyone, even true fans, to purchase tickets. Many fans were unable to get any tickets at all during Swift's tour's disastrous initial ticket release last year. If you go up against a scalper, you're not going to prevail. People whose livelihoods depend on your ability to buy and sell these tickets are your competitors, Kobler adds. For the astute reseller, flipping concert tickets is essentially a means of making quick cash, which is why the scalping market exists in the first place. According to a Pitchfork investigation, non-VIP tickets for Swift's North American tour legs last year ranged from $49 to $449, while resale tickets sold for an average of $3,801 at these shows. The majority of Eras Tour tickets listed for sale on StubHub last year were from new accounts, indicating that the buyers weren't professional ticket brokers but rather fans who would prefer to make a small fortune rather than attend. Because tickets to her shows were so valuable, even regular people were able to cash in on the trend. Scalpers are one major issue that ruins the musical experience, but the real cause of the pandemonium is the uncontrollably high demand that has completely distorted people's perceptions of what they are willing to pay for a performance. If that's still not enough, Ticketmaster and artists frequently decide to arrange lotteries, in which case, attendance is guaranteed for everybody. Unfortunately, because the economic motive is too strong, fair lotteries for popular tickets haven't had a great track record. The economist Cordy from the University of Victoria refers to this as the fair price ticketing curse. There must be measures taken to prevent scalpers from taking advantage of lotteries and from ending up with a large number of tickets. Cordy, though, argues that's not so simple. He states, you have to look at who the resellers and buyers were, and they could often be out of jurisdiction. You have to start auditing all the sales accounts. Though it is straightforward, the undiscovered third technique to douse fiery need with water is not particularly well liked. Increase the price of the tickets on the main market. It's understandable why musicians are hesitant to base their fees on what a ticket might fetch on websites like StubHub. It would be reasonable for fans to voice their complaints, and many musicians really wish to allow all followers to attend their performances. However, increasing costs and reducing the margin that a reseller may earn by flipping a ticket would be a definite way to discourage scalpers. Theoretically, demand for concert tickets would be stifled if prices were raised above a certain point. For artists, there is a reason for this. When a ticket is sold for $100 on the secondary market instead of $50 on the main market, Kobler observes that the scalper's making more than you are from your art and your labor. Cordy suggests approaching the musical lottery more like airline ticketing in order to create a truly equitable system. If you have to cancel, the ticket is linked to your name and returned to the original issuer, who then makes it available to the next person in line. The issue is that resellers would undoubtedly oppose any such action, and ticket providers and venues would incur additional operating costs as a result of having to verify that the identity of the original purchase matches the person who arrives at the event. Resellers have a strong incentive to sabotage the concert ticket purchasing experience as long as there is legislation prohibiting scalping and there is still a significant gap between the price that fans are prepared to pay and the artist's asking price. Some supporters want a system based on merit, or at least what they think constitutes merit, rather than luck, because the competition for a slot is so fierce. Top priority should go to the most committed followers who have purchased the most albums, vinyl records, and merchandise, as well as those who have streamed the greatest hours of music. But whether this is more equitable is debatable. Both time and the ability to purchase merchandise are considered luxury items. The discussion highlights the degree of animosity caused by unequal supply and demand. Who at a Taylor Swift concert really deserves to sit front row? If your spending budget is the largest, the maximum amount of time to commit, Or do you just accept that you won't be able to attend the performance if you have job commitments at the time of the sale? Big pop musicians are already making every effort to reserve the stadiums with the biggest seating capacities or to add extra events in order to reduce demand. However, for a small number of people such as Taylor Swift, the number of performances we can reasonably expect an artist to do is physically limited, while their fans' appetite for more seems endless. What we're talking about is access to a human being, more or less, says Kobler. The space is limited. The time is limited.